night for me. I just took a shower, which is why I'm in different clothing and my hair is a little different. But let's just jump straight into it, because after that first part of the video, I realized how long this actually kind of takes. So, going straight into the continuance of the final videos. First, final. Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 Chambers by the Wu-Tang Clan. This is a classic hip-hop album. Now, many people might not be into this kind of music because it's older. It has, and especially this album specifically, because it's much more grimier. It has like that raw, grimy sensation, almost like you can imagine like the streets of like New York, or, you know. But that's like the whole vibe and point of this album. Now, it is just one single vinyl. It's just one vinyl, which is nice. And on the back it shows there's 6 songs on each side. My personal favorites: Bring the Ruckus, Clan in the Front, Protect Your Neck, The Mystery of Chess Boxing. Of course, Cream. Cream is the most popular, and I don't think of what cream means, okay? I know what you think cream means, but that's not what cream means. Cream means cash rules everything around me. So you'll see cream has dots in between. It says CREAM. Spells out for cash rules everything around me, which is facts. But great album, great album. Honestly, I don't listen to this too much on my phone because it's definitely not an album or like specific songs that I can really listen to just on a vibe. But it's more of like I listen to it when it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I really like this album, but it's not like an album that I like constantly have on repeat compared to like some of these other albums that I have. But anyway, moving on. This next album is one of my favorite albums of all time. Kitsy Ghost by Kid Cudi and Kanye West. Now, what would be great in 2023 is if Kanye and Cudi made up and made an album together. However, Cudi is releasing an album, I believe, summer, and he's releasing a single from the album. Or maybe just like a single, just not really the album, but he's supposed to release new music, I think April, or maybe it was summer. But he's releasing a new album in the summer, and he was hyping it up, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. But there's a lot of Cudi slander going around. A lot of Cudi slander, and I don't appreciate it. But this is a great freaking album. It only has 7 songs, and I believe it's only 23 minutes long. 7 songs long. But every single one is an absolute banger. This era of Kanye, when he made Kitsy Ghost, Yay, and Daytona, he made 3 7-song tracklist albums for Pusha T, him and Cudi, and then just himself. And all 7 songs on each album were absolute golden, absolute bangers, perfect albums. But this is my favorite. My favorites. Feel the Love. I love that. I love Feel the Love. None of my friends like it when that song comes on because it's Kanye's verse. It's not actually a verse, but I like to say it's a verse. I know every single Fire, Fourth Dimension, Free goes down part 2. Ty Dolla $ign goes hard on that part. He has such a beautiful, majestical voice. Of course, there's Reborn. Great song. And it is a very good therapeutic song too. Kitsy Ghost, and of course Cudi Montage, my 2 personal favorites. 3, would be Feel the Love, Reborn, and Cudi Montage. Cudi Montage is such a good so, in case you guys don't know, the guitar in the beginning of the song is actually a sample of Kurt Cobain, which is, he's one of the artists from Nirvana, and he passed away a long time ago. But Kurt Cobain is one of Kid Cudi's big role models. Saturday Night Live. It was actually a tribute for Kurt Cobain because that was what Kurt Cobain wore before he passed away. So Cuddy wore it as tribute. But of course he got a lot of backlash for wearing a dress, even though they don't even know the story of it. But Cuddy Montage is great, and honestly, a lot of my friends don't like Kid Cudi, but I got them into Kid Cudi. And I also got them into Kid Seagoes. We were playing, I think we were in a Minecraft server, and I was by myself, like, I was building something, and everybody was, like, mining. I'm pretty sure I was trying to make, like, a giant ball sack. I was trying to make, like, a giant ball sack, and all my friends were, like, mining, so I was just vibing out by myself, building this ball sack, while listening to Cuddy Montage, and I'm just, like, humming, and the hook of the song, like, the chorus, it's just the same stuff. He just goes, "Save me, Lord." "Stay strong." I just kept saying that over and over, and my friends were getting very annoyed, and because of that, they had a bad impression of Kid Seagoes, but I made them change their minds. Alright, that's 2 of the albums. Now these next 3, from what I can see, these next 3 are all related to each other, and I'm gonna get some bad backlash for this album that I'm about to show, but I don't want to hear it. I know that he upset you, but it's not a bad album. The Big Day by Chancellor. It isn't a bad album. I want to make that clear right now. It isn't a bad album. I think people are just upset because of the music that Chance made before. They expect it to be on par with those, and it's his first debut album, so of course people are gonna be like really hyped around the singles and the mixtapes he's made. They see nothing but potential, and then he drops The Big Day, and it's not what they expected. The lyrics aren't what they expected. It's just not the same Chance that they expected, so of course he's gonna get hate on. But if you actually listen to it with an open mind, instead of just hearing all this stuff, how Chance is trash, Chance is bad, he's all this crap, and you then go into listening to it, you're gonna have nothing but that. And Chance has literally disappeared because he made one quote-unquote bad album, and then that one album is now just stuck to his name, and like, he can't, like, okay, anyway, that's just my tangent. I love Chance, but this is the inside. He's a good looking guy, definitely a good looking fella. This is all the songs and all the credits for each song on here, and the finals for these. Oh, I didn't show the final for Kid Seagoes. It's a pinkish color final. For The Big Day, the final is clear. It is a clear final with black inside that says Big Day on it. Now, songs I'd suggest if you're not really into hip-hop, more so into like feel good or like just low-key songs, I would suggest Do You Remember featuring Death Cab Cutie, and Let's Go On The Run. I need to look at these features, hold on. I lied, yeah, Death Cab for Cutie, or where is it? Let's Go On The Run featuring Knox Fortune. Let's Go On The Run is such a good summer song, and Do You Remember is kind of just like a nice late night drive song. But for those of you saying it's a bad album, it starts off with an absolute banger, All Day Long featuring John Legend. I will admit he has some corny lines on there, but it's funny, and it's a bang, like you just bob your head to it. As I mentioned, Do You Remember and Let's Go On The Run. We Go High, that's a good song. Rue featuring his own brother Taylor Bennett, that is also a banger, absolute bop. Trying to think off the top of my head. Big Fish featuring Gucci Mane, that's understandable if you don't like it. Handsome by featuring Megan Thee Stallion, that's definitely an acquired taste. You gotta be more into like, much more into hip hop in order to like that kind of song. But now if I look on the back, I'm not gonna say Hot Shower because we all know the stigma around hot shower, and I probably can't do anything to change your minds on that. Unpopular opinion. Well, all of this, everything I'm saying is pretty much unpopular. But The Big Day featuring Francis and the Lights, it's pretty good. I really like songs where it's like they kind of let loose. That's why I like Feel the Love, because Kanye's just like letting go. Or Heaven and Hell by Kanye on Donda, where he's just kind of also doing what he did on Kids See Goes. I like it. So One Chance is just kind of just going off. I like that. 5-Year Plan featuring Randy Newman from Toy Story. Get a Bag featuring Cowboy. It is kind of repetitive, but it's such a good feel good. Get a Bag is similar to like Let's Go on the Run for me. They're just like kind of like good summer songs. And Cowboy also has a pretty good verse on it. Sliding Around featuring Lil Durk and Nicki Minaj. That song is so cold. Dude, that's Sun Come Down is so slept on. It's so slept on. But I think when people, I've noticed, especially I've recommended to people, when they listen to Sun Come Down, they admit they like it, and they actually do like it. But they never get to that part because it's so far down in terms of the playlist of the album. And there's so much stigma about the album that most people don't even listen to it, that they don't even get to listen to these hidden gems. My favorite song on this album is Down on the Hill, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure nobody even knows how that song goes. And if you listen to it, you might be like, what am I listening to? You hear Chance doing a nice, like, soft, spoken, like, singing type of thing. But when all the music, the instrumentals, everything just come in, it was, I don't think it's in like my top 20 most played songs on Spotify, but that's because I used to listen to this when it came out in 2019 on Apple Music, and then I got out Spotify. But on Apple Music, I think I had like 1,500 listens in like 1 year, albeit it is like a 2-minute song, but I replay it over and over and over, and it's a great song. Down on the Hill was also the first song I heard on this album, because I don't know why, I listened to albums on shuffle back in the day, so when this released, I pressed shuffle, and the first song that played was Down on the Hill. And last but not least, Xannies and Fools featuring Nicki Minaj. Anyway, moving on from that, I had to do my best to defend Chancellor, because it isn't a bad album. It's honestly, I prefer that over 10 Day. And 10 Day is a great album. Speaking of mixtapes, this is none other than Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper. People will argue this is his best piece of art, like music, his best mixtape / album. And I can't deny it is a very good album or mixtape. I think this is my second favorite out of all 4 projects that he's dropped. Well, technically 5 if you include Surf, which is an album he made with Social Experiment, Donnie Trump the Social Experiment. He's technically not part of it, but he is. Album is kind of complicated. Anyway, Acid Rap, great album. Inside spells out Acid Rap. Acid Rap. At the bottom, you can see some pictures of Chance when he was younger. And then, of course, you got all the songs and the song credits. Now, what's cool is the vinyl for this one is Acid Rap themed. And it's like a nice pink, purple, mostly purple, blue, like tie-dye kind of thing going on. Kind of like if you're like, kind of like acid. I don't really know how to describe it. But, great album. Speaking on my favorite songs on this, I don't really have too much to say. It's a great album. I like it. But I'd kind of just leave it at that. I don't have too much to speak upon. Favorite songs? Good Ass Intro featuring BJ the Chicago Kid and Lily K. Great intro. It's a great track. One thing I can say is that Chance has amazing intro songs. Good Ass Intro on Acid Rap. All We Got on Coloring Book. All Day Long. Whether you don't like it or not, you have to admit that is a good song. The only thing I'd be iffy about is on 10 Day. It'd be 14,444 minutes. 40 minutes. But it is a good understand why most people might not like it, but I personally like it. But Pusha Man and Paranoia, when I used to listen to SoundCloud before his releases of streaming things, Pusha Man and Paranoia were on the same track. So it transitioned from Pusha Man to Paranoia all on the same track. So it's something I have to get used to, being separate things. Cocoa Butter Kisses, everybody's favorite on the album probably. Honestly, underrated Interlude, That's Love, kind of a pop. Another personal, not personal, but like a well-known general popular favorite song featuring Childish Gambino. Acid Rain. If you listen to Acid Rain and actually listen to what he's saying, he has a lot of bars, Chainsmoker. That song is a pop, And then Everything's Good, a good ass outro, which is a very good outro. My personal favorites would have to be probably Paranoia. It used to be Cocoa Butter Kisses until it was released onto streaming platforms, and then everybody started liking it. I kind of took some points away from me, but I'd say Paranoia, Acid Rain. That song really grew on me. I used to not really like it because it was too low key and kind of too like off vibe for me. But after like really understanding the lyrics, it's definitely grew on me. Chainsmoker, love that song. And of course, Everything's Good, which is the outro song. But that's it for Acid Rap. Which leads me to my last and final, which is, if you haven't guessed by now, Chance the Rapper, Coloring Book. This is my favorite project from Chance. I think my favorite would have to go Coloring Book, Acid Rap, The Big Day, and then 10 Day. I don't care what you say. The Big Day just has too many, like, the 10 Day you can really hear the raw, like, Chance when he was, like the rawness in his music when in 10 Day. And there's a lot of songs I like on there, whether it be like Prom Night or Nostalgia, even like 14,000 for Long Time. Great songs on there, but The Big Day is just more modern, and there's more songs I like on that than I do like on 10 Day. So even though 10 Day has like the nostalgia and the nuance or whatever factors going for it, 10 Day outweighs it. But Coloring Book, my favorite of the bunch. Love this album. This is a top 5 album for me right here. Now open it up. It says Coloring Book on it. Similar to Acid Rap, there's nice images throughout. This is from this No Problem music video. I don't know, it's the same drugs. This is Angel music video, also Angel music video. Song names and credits. And also similar to Acid Rap, the vinyl color is this hot pinkish color. You can't really tell because of the lighting in my room. It looks very red. It's not as red as it looks. It's much more pink than red, but it's just the coloring of my room. Actually, it might be just red. I don't know. I don't remember actually. Maybe it is just red. I couldn't tell you. But this is a great song. I remember this album came out when I was in 7th grade. 2016, when I was in 7th grade. And wait, no, was I in 7th grade? No. I forget when. 6th, 5th, 6th, something like that. Great album. I remember listening to it on my iPhone 4S with my earbuds in, illegally downloaded on like some illegal app that is no longer on the App Store. But I remember I couldn't download like single songs, but if you go on Spotify, there's like an entire album video. It's like a video with like the entire album on it. So I downloaded that onto the phone. I just listened to it. Great. It has so much nostalgia. Chance was my first artist where I truly fell in love with like Chance. I was like a die-hard Chance fan until I started getting into Cuddy, And then because Chance dropped the big day and just kind of just disappeared, and then everybody just started clowning on him, I couldn't be as vocal about Chance. But my phone screensaver is a Chance 3, and I've had the same screensaver for like 3 years, so I'm not too like secretive. I mean, I don't really care about what people think about it, but it is kind of hard being a Chance fan now for the past couple years. And Cuddy is consistently still releasing music at least, and he also has much more music than Chance. He's been in it for longer, and all his albums are very different from one another in terms of genre. So I definitely like and listen to Cuddy much more than Chance now. But if we're talking about favorite songs on here, and I can't say every single one, if I had to pick my top 5, I would have to, of course, say All We Got. No Problem. No Problem is absolute banger. Every time that song comes on, my friends purposely play that song when they're trying to get a good mood, because I will yell every single word out. Not every single word, because, there's some words I can't say. Summer Friends is very good. I'll come back to it if there's a spot left. Same Drugs. Angels. Okay, I can't do a top 5. All We Got's No Problem. Summer Friends. Dram Sing Special, very underrated. It's only like a minute and a half long, but very good. Blessings featuring Jamila Woods. Same Drugs. If I had to pick one song that didn't have to be on there, it'd probably have to be Mixtape. I don't mind Mixtape, but out of all the songs on there, Mixtape is definitely the most awkwardly put on. So if I could probably go without Mixtape. Angels is a pop. I don't care what you say. Angels is a pop featuring Saba. Juke Jam with Justin Bieber in Tokyo. All Night. If only All Night was a little bit longer. It's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. If it was just a little bit longer. Oh, that song is such a jam. Oh yeah, there's also a Chance the Rapper car freshener. He has a car freshener as one of the merch, and I bought it a couple times. It lasts like a month, but it smells so good. It's peach scented, and the tab says "Is you is or is you ain't got gas money," which is from All Night. It's one of the lyrics, which is cool. But it's actually a really good car freshener scent, so you should probably check it out. It is expensive. It's like $10 or it's like $15, which is like expensive, but that's not the expensive part. It's the shipping that's expensive. Shipping is like $13, which is kind of insane. But How Great is very underrated. I will admit, you have to get through like the first 2.5 minutes of just like the gospel singing, just non-stop saying how great is our God. But when Chance actually starts rapping, and then J Electronica has a great verse on the song, absolutely great. He goes off. And then Smoke Break featuring Future, that is a top 3 song on the album for me. Smoke Break I think of Smoke Break as like the Chainsmoker of acid rap. Like, the song Chainsmoker on acid rap is what I consider to be like very similar to Smoke Break on Coloring Book. They might not be like exactly the same, but they give me like the same kind of vibe. Finish Line / Drown featuring T-Pain, Kirk Franklin, Ern Allen Kane, and No Name. Finish Line is a great song. That's all I have to say. And then Blessings, the second version of Blessings featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Rory, BJ the Chicago Kid, and Anderson .Paak. Which is very unfortunate because Anderson .Paak and Chance the Rapper were going against, I think it was best new upcoming rapper or something like that, or best new artist, and Anderson .Paak and Chance were competing for Grammys, and Chance won that nomination. But Chance and Anderson, I'm pretty sure were very close, but they're working together a lot, so it's very unfortunate to see. But this album right here is that album that won Chance 3 Grammys in 1 year. I also have a pullover sweatshirt by Chance, from Chance's merch, and I think you guys seen it before. It's like Golden 3, and on the side sleeve it has a picture of 3 Grammy Awards, and right below it says 0 units sold, because Chance at the time was specifically a streaming artist. He made all his revenue and everything off just streams on Spotify and Apple Music. he didn't sell a single thing, which is what I meant by the poster up there when he says, I don't make songs for free, I make them for freedom. He makes songs for free, baby. And then of course he started making vinyls and stuff, but that's not the point. That's all I have for my vinyl collection. My vinyl collection is kind of small. I only have like 10 or 11 vinyls, but it's because I try and just pick vinyls that I really like and I really enjoy, rather than just get a bunch of vinyls that like I like listen to a couple songs on. Like if I go to Target or Walmart or like any vinyl shop, I can easily just buy like a vinyl by like Kendrick. I don't really listen to Kendrick. I listen to some Kendrick. Like there's a lot of good Kid, Mad City or like To Pimp a Butterfly. I listen to a couple songs on the albums. I've never really had a full depth listen, but I'm not just gonna buy it because I listened to a couple songs on there. And obviously those two albums by Kendrick has very, very high, like very well known and renowned to be some of the best albums ever created. But what I'm trying to say is I try and get albums or vinyls that I like the entire album of, rather than just a couple. Future vinyls I want to get is Man on the Moon 1 because it's only like $25. I want to get Man on the Moon 2, but that's going to be like impossible because it's only on resale value, so it's like $200. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. That's all I had to say. That was my vinyl collection part 2. I'll make some future vinyl collection videos if I get more, which I probably will. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you are staying safe. Hope you're having a good morning, good day, good evening, good night. Stay safe. I already said that, I think. I love you all.